Hi guys, today we are going to learn Maximus and the Beanstalk. Written by Damien Harvey, listed by Damien Lopez. Maximus and the Beanstalk. Maximus had been busy all day helping his mom and dad. He had fed the goose with delicious golden corn. He had picked vegetables from the garden. He had even helped to mend a hole in the roof of the windmill. "What a good boy," said Mom. "Dad gave Maximus a shiny gold penny." Maximus always kept the gold pennies his dad gave him for being kind and helpful. At dinner time, Maximus put the shining gold penny next to his bowl. Mom had cooked a huge pile of sprouts. Dad had made a big jug of his delicious fish sauce. "Mom," said Maximus, "sprouts and fish sauce, my favorite." Maximus was about to take a bite when the cottage began to shake. The table began to rattle. The sprouts began to roll off his plate and on the floor. "My prize-winning sprouts!" cried Mom. "World famous fishy sauce!" cried Dad. "A yummy dinner!" cried Maximus. A huge green beanstalk was shooting up through the floor. Their cottage! It smashed through their table. It crashed through their roof. "Our lovely cottage!" cried Mom and Dad. "My shiny gold penny!" cried Maximus. Dad ran outside to look at the roof. Mom ran to the kitchen to look for a broom. Maximus just looked off the hole in the floor. He looked and he stirred, and he saw something climbing up the beanstalk. He could see tiny little hands. He could see a tiny little face. "It's tiny," gasped Maximus. The tiny jumped off the beanstalk and ran across the floor. "Who are you?" asked Maximus. "I am Jack," shouted the tiny. "I stay gold." The tiny groped Maximus' shiny gold penny. "Hey!" cried Maximus. "That's mine!" Tiny stamped on Maximus' hand and ran off. "My thumb!" howled Maximus. The tiny was nimble and quick. Appeared down the beanstalk. Before you could say fee, fee, foo, fum, or anything else. Maximus told his mom and dad all about the tiny. "I thought didn't believe this anymore," said Mom. "We are only in stories," said Dad. That night, Maximus could not get sleep. He was thinking about the tiny and his gold penny, and his thumb was still strong. So the singing harp sung him song till he was snoring to his heart's content. When Maximus woke up, the singing harp was not there to be seen, and someone had spilled his favorite crunchy muesli, broccoli yogurt all over the floor. "Who could have done that?" said Dad. "Have been the tiny," laughed Mom. Maximus followed the trail of yogurt to the beanstalk. It was the tiny, said Maximus. There are no such things as tiny, said Dad. You will see, said Maximus. Later, when Maximus was collecting the goose eggs, the tiny appeared again. I pay more gold, said the tiny. I will give you this golden egg if you give me back my singing harp, said Maximus. I know you took it. I don't want an egg, cried the tiny. I want the goose. The tiny kicked. Maximus ran off with the goose. Oh, my sore thumb, howled Maximus, and he ran after the tiny. He just the tiny into the yard while Dad was mending the table. Come back with our goose, cried Dad. He chased the tiny into the kitchen while Mom was making bread. Come back with our goose, cried Mom. But the tiny was nimble and quick and disappeared down the beanstalk before you could say fee, fee, foo, fum or anything else. This time Maximus followed him. The tiny ran into his house and slapped the door. Maximus knocked on the door as politely as he could. Maximus told Jack's mom what her son had been up to. He told her about the golden penny and singing harp and the goose. He told her about the messy head made with the muesli and yogurt. He even told her about his sorry thumb. Jack's mom was furious. Next morning, Maximus ate 2 big bowls of his favorite crunchy muesli and broccoli yogurt. Then he had 3 pieces of toast with his favorite sticky carrot. About the messy, said Jack's mom. Jack will clean up. The end.